Doughnut, holes in history. The doughnut, a beloved treat enjoyed by millions around the world today, has a fascinating history that dates back centuries and crosses cultural boundaries. Its journey from ancient frying techniques to modern-day doughnut shops reflects changes in culinary traditions, trade routes, and evolving tastes. From its early iterations in Europe to its transformation into a quintessential American comfort food, the doughnut has become a symbol of indulgence and nostalgia. In this exploration, we'll trace the history of this iconic pastry, from its humble beginnings to its place in contemporary culture. The history of the doughnut begins long before its American association, with fried dough being a part of many ancient civilizations' diets. The concept of frying dough was widely practiced in ancient cultures, including in the Middle East, where people prepared yeasted dough and fried it in oil, often sweetened with honey or sprinkled with sugar. Frying dough was a convenient way to make food that was portable and could be preserved for longer periods, especially for travelers. One of the earliest known versions of fried dough can be traced to ancient Rome. The Romans prepared a dish called globuli, which were small round pastries made from a mixture of dough and cheese, fried and coated with honey. This method of frying pastries was adopted and evolved over time as it spread throughout Europe, influenced by local ingredients and culinary traditions. The most direct ancestor of the modern doughnut is believed to be the oliekoek, or oil cake, a popular treat in the Netherlands during the 17th century. Oliekoeken were small, round cakes made from a simple dough, fried in hot oil, and often filled with fruits like raisins, currants, or apples. These early Dutch doughnuts were hearty and filling, making them a common treat during holidays and special occasions. Dutch immigrants brought the oliekoek recipe with them when they settled in America in the early 18th century, particularly in what is now New York, then called New Amsterdam. The American settlers adapted the recipe, but the basic idea of frying dough in oil remained the same. Oliekoeken were traditionally fried in lard, and like their European counterparts, they were often sweetened with sugar or syrup after frying. One of the most significant milestones in the history of the doughnut is the development of its signature hole. Although early versions of doughnuts were often solid, dense balls of fried dough, the modern doughnut's ring shape has become iconic. The story of how doughnuts got their holes is steeped in legend and mystery. The most popular story credits Captain Hanson Gregory, a New England ship captain, with creating the hole in 1847. According to the tale, Gregory was dissatisfied with the way doughnuts were cooked. The center often remained raw while the outside became crispy. Frustrated, he reportedly used a tin pepper box to punch a hole in the center of the dough, which allowed the doughnut to cook evenly. Gregory's innovation not only improved the texture of the doughnut but also gave it the signature ring shape that we recognize today. There are other theories, including the idea that holes were added to save on ingredients or that doughnuts with holes were easier to hang on wooden pegs, making them convenient for display and sale. Regardless of how it happened, the hole in the doughnut became a defining feature of the pastry and set it apart from other fried dough treats. By the late 19th and early 20th centuries, doughnuts had become a popular snack in the United States, particularly in urban areas. As American food culture evolved, so too did the doughnut, moving from a homemade delicacy to a mass-produced treat. Doughnuts were increasingly sold in bakeries, markets, and eventually dedicated doughnut shops. The doughnut's rise in popularity was further fueled by its association with World War I. During the war, the Salvation Army sent volunteers, known as Doughnut Girls or Doughnut Lasses, to the front lines to provide comfort food to American soldiers. The volunteers fried doughnuts in makeshift kitchens, using simple ingredients to bring a taste of home to soldiers. The doughnuts became a symbol of warmth and nostalgia, with returning soldiers carrying fond memories of the treat back to the United States. This wartime connection cemented the doughnut's place in American culture and laid the groundwork for its rapid expansion in the 20th century. The 20th century witnessed a boom in doughnut production and consumption, spurred by technological advancements and changes in food retail. In 1920, Russian immigrant Adolf Levitt revolutionized the doughnut industry with his invention of the automatic doughnut machine. His invention could churn out donuts quickly and consistently, making mass production possible. Levitt's machine was a hit, especially in New York City, where he sold donuts through his retail chain, Mayflower Donut Shops. These donut shops were some of the first to sell freshly fried donuts directly to the public, and Levitt's success marked the beginning of the commercial donut era. Another major player in the donut industry was Vernon Rudolph, who founded Krispy Kreme in 1937. Rudolph started by selling donuts to local grocery stores in North Carolina, but his donuts were so popular that customers would knock on the door of his bakery asking to buy them hot and fresh. This led to the creation of the first Krispy Kreme store, where customers could watch donuts being made through large windows. Krispy Kreme became synonymous with freshly glazed donuts, and the chain expanded rapidly, cementing its place in American popular culture. In 1950, Bill Rosenberg founded Dunkin' Donuts in Quincy, Massachusetts. His vision was to create a coffee and donut shop that catered to busy customers who wanted a quick breakfast option. Dunkin' Donuts grew into one of the largest donut franchises in the world, and its simple yet versatile offerings helped make donuts a staple of American fast food. Throughout the 20th century, donuts gained a special place in American popular culture. The iconic imagery of donuts appeared in cartoons, movies, and television shows. Perhaps one of the most famous associations with donuts is the character of Homer Simpson from the animated show The Simpsons, whose love for donuts became a running gag and further embedded the pastry in pop culture. Donuts have also been tied to law enforcement, especially with the stereotype of police officers frequenting donut shops. This connection likely developed due to the fact that many donut shops were open late or 24 hours, making them convenient places for police officers working the night shift to stop for a quick snack and coffee. Though the donut is often seen as an American icon, variations of fried dough can be found in many cultures around the world. In Spain and Latin America, churros, long, ridged fried dough pastries, are a popular snack, often dipped in chocolate or sugar. In India, balushahi is a donut-like sweet made from flour and yogurt, fried and soaked in syrup. Italy's version of the donut, zeppole, is a fried dough ball, often filled with custard or ricotta. The donut's journey from ancient frying techniques to a global culinary sensation is a testament to its enduring appeal. Whether it's the simple pleasure of a glazed donut or an elaborate artisanal creation, this beloved pastry continues to bring people together across generations and cultures. From Dutch settlers to American soldiers, from the first donut shops to modern gourmet bakeries, the donut story is rich with history, innovation, and, above all, deliciousness.